So, one thing that people with autism deal with is you have dealt with years where you were underdeveloped and unaware. Now, when you have autism, you develop at a slower rate, at a slower process. A lot of people with autism are late bloomers. They're late bloomers. They bloomed a little bit later in life. Most people with autism are late bloomers. They bloomed later in life. But what happens is, as we're growing and as we're developing and as we're aging, it's like we're getting older and we're growing, but our development is a little bit slower. Our development is a little bit delayed because there could be certain things that our other peers are reaching at certain points in their adolescence. So, in comparison to our peers have reached certain pinnacles of growth throughout their adolescence, throughout their development years, throughout their growth, throughout their time. But when it comes to us with autism, we don't reach those certain pinnacles at a certain point, at a certain age. Like, for example, when you reach like your middle school age, you may be at the age of a middle schooler, but you may be in the growth and mindset of someone that's still in elementary school. By the time you get off to high school, you could be of high school age, but you're still in the growth and development of a middle schooler. By the time you get off to college, you could be at the college age, you're following me, but you still are at the growth and development of someone in high school. It's because our development is delayed, our growth is delayed. And a lot of times we can be underdeveloped because we don't develop and grow as fast as our aging goes. Aging is when you're getting older with your physical age. You age physically, but you also age biologically. And a lot of us sometimes we're aging physically, like we're getting older, but we're not aging biologically. Like there is no difference in our age. We may be older, but the age that we are is younger than our physical age. Like you could be a person that's in your mid to late 20s, but you can feel as if you're like 19 years old. You could be someone that's in their mid to late 30s and you feel like you're in your 20s. You could be in your mid to late 40s feeling like you're in your 30s or in your 20s. You could be in your 50s or 60s feeling like you're like in your 20s and 30s. It's because we don't age the same. Sometimes we age a lot slower. So yes, we are getting older with our physical age because our physical age is based off of the year that we were born, but we are aging a lot slower because our development is a lot slower. Another thing that we deal with is being a little bit unaware. We have moments where we are completely unaware of ourselves, completely unaware of life, because our brain does not turn on our awareness at a certain time. For others, for our peers, their awareness can turn on as a child. But for, excuse me, but for us, our awareness doesn't turn on until much later in life. Sometimes that awareness doesn't turn on until you are an adult. So, what does it mean to be unaware? When you're unaware, you don't understand certain things. You don't understand yourself. You don't see things from a broader perspective. You don't understand things fully. You're just going about life, but you're not understanding life as you're going through it. That's what it means to be unaware. Once you become aware, you're understanding life as you're going through life. And a lot of people with autism were unaware for a while, and that's why they struggled so much. When you realize the times that you struggled in school, with your peers, with your classmates, with other people, with the fact that you felt behind them, you felt like you were more delayed than they were, it was because we were unaware. And a lot of people with autism are unaware for a while until we get to the point where we are aware, and that happens later on in life. So we deal with moments where we're unaware and underdeveloped because we develop a lot slower. But by the time we catch up to our growth, then we're fine. Then we're okay. You still may be a little bit younger than your physical age, but your awareness is there. Your awareness is up to par. You understand life, you understand yourself, you understand everything that you need to understand. And when it comes to being aware, you are more aware than you used to be. And when it comes to your development, you are more developed than what you used to be because your development has caught up with itself. So eventually, your development and your awareness will catch up to you, but you've had moments where you were unaware and underdeveloped when you were younger.